Hey guys, Neros here. I wanted to show off my Kaalia of the Vast deck. Kind of a budget deck. It's all free to play for me. I bought the account and pretty much everything has been free from freebies and stuff off of bots. So, yeah. So it's a budget deck, not the best. I bought 3 of the 5 commander decks, the first set of commander decks that came out, and one of them was Kaalia of the Vast. So when she attacks, you could search your deck for a demon, angel, or dragon and put it into play tapped and a tapping. 2/2 flying, obviously. You could read. But she could really use haste. So, yeah, it's not the best deck, but it was more towards multiplayer. Let's see, by converted mana cost. As you can see, it's kind of, I guess it's okay. I'm not the best with commander, I guess. Deck building. This is my first one I've ever built, so go with that. I've added because it was a good beater and life gain. Why not? Uh, Same thing, kind of thing. Thought it was a good beater. This one's actually came in handy a few times. I've gained quite a lot of life off of it. It's quite wonderful. Shattered Angel. Um, I remember this used to be rather good in the old days when I used to play. Always loved using this card. When it dies, exile target a permanent. So it's a white removal. So and beater, Wrath of God. Of course, it's white. I don't have Damnation because that's expensive. uh, it could exile stuff. So target end enchantments, kind of expensive. If I cast it during main phase, I could do another one. Come on. I thought I'd try this dude. He's kind of on the lower end, sort of. Opponent skips their next combat phase. Really handy if I need it. Faith Feathers disables things and gains life. It was a rather good set. Congregation. Again, this was for multiplayer, so this would have been wonderful. But apparently, Magic Online has just decided to throw everything into the just for fun, and yeah, nobody but does multiplayer now, it seems. And I don't play Magic Online all that often. I did this to make it slower for the opponents, and it was a removal, so, and of course enchantment, so it might be a little harder to destroy. These vows are pretty awesome. They came in the commander decks. When it comes into play, or creature, you put it on one of your opponents usually. Or you can, but they can't attack you or a planeswalker, which is something I really like. So I'll power up one of the opponent's creatures and let them kill everybody. Flash has made this really useful. Untap all my creatures if I want. Kind of good. Destroy artifact or enchantment. If it was kicked, deals damage permanent. Converted mana cost. Oblivion Ring again removes more stuff. Another white removal. Well, it doesn't remove it, disables it kind of. Crib Swap. It's been handy. I mean, you can get rid of like a 7/7 or something that big on the field and just give them a little token. Journey of Nowhere again. Enchantment or a thing. Path of Exile, another removal. I do want to get Swords to Plowshare, but that, again, expensive. But this works just as well. I could also target my own creatures and bring in the land, basic land, which does not work with the dual lands, because those are not basic. This one is one of them really handy ones, because it's either 6 or 3. Well, combination between, really, but I could, if I'm getting really screwed on mana, this can help me. Search a library for a mana card at 6 or less, pretty much. Or what was it? Yeah. Root Sinker Demon. This is usually if I do not have it already in my hand or the graveyard or something. Have not seen it in game. This is usually my first target for Kaalia of the Vast, and then I go and grab something else like a maybe an Archon of Justice, because who's gonna blow that up? Like I said, multiplayer. Each player sacrifices a creature and then put a 2/2 in token. Oh yeah, I skipped one. Brain Spoil. I got it for the transmute because it's a 5 casting cost, so I could get some of the bigger things that I would really like to get. And then, of course, it doubles as a creature removal that can't regenerate. Shriekmaw. This would be something that could be a target for the Siphon Soul I could grab. Brain Spoil, I mean. Brain Fart. This is a fear on a stick. So, yeah, usually I think I use it as, not fear, but, what is it, tear. That's what the card was. I usually use it for that, I believe. Shriek Render. I thought this would be handy because I can either weaken opponent's creatures, or which I usually end up doing, because everybody's like, "Oh, I got 5/5s plus" kind of thing. So that's what I usually use it on. But if not, I could kill a few tokens. If not, Synchromancer. This has helped me quite a bit too in a few times in the past with life gain. Life gain when opponent creatures dies and opponent discards. Flying, of course. Necrotic Ooze. This have yet to truly been useful. Like, absolutely wanted, because, like, I never get anything in my graveyard. Diabolic Tutor. Good budget tutored card. Siphon Mind, of course, multiplayer, once again, in mind of this. Everybody discards a card, and you draw that many cards. Vampire Nighthawk. Everybody hates this thing, because it pretty much just nullifies all opponent's creatures. They attack me, and their creature dies. Yawgmoth's Will. Another revival card, which is pretty good. Another Vow. Gives them Intimidate and +2/+2, of course. Now they're traders, because I figured this would be okay, pretty good, because it keep on recurring, and it's got Shadow and Haste, so I could do some damage. Though I don't think I have any power-ups in this deck, so yeah, it's going to be a very slow game. Come on. Since I don't run any blue in this deck for obvious reasons, I figured why not and throw this in here. This could help either counter a spell or at least make them lose 5 life, so it's kind of a win-win. I try not to, well, I try to use it on like a big target, but that doesn't seem to work too well. Kill a token, but if you do Morbid, it can really kill things. Entrails, Fester. So I put this in the deck because I figured, it's going to be multiplayer, so you can end up just removing crap out of your graveyard. Or this is from a graveyard, so I could just get it increased quite fast if I ever keep it out long enough. Death's Approach. Enchanted creature gets -1/-1, where X is the number of cards in their graveyard. And if it's multiplayer, there's bound to be a bunch of creatures in their graveyard. Chroma is pretty good. I remember back when this first came out, I went to an F&M, and it was actually quite handy for this red and green deck my friend helped make me build at the last minute. Flying, Trample, Protection from white and blue, Fire Breathing, Morph, and can't be countered. So great against blue decks, or if somebody happens to have Dash Hopes. I got this from the Commander deck also. Surprisingly, nobody ever allows or helps me in the buffing of the joined forces. I'll attack someone, and I know that everybody's got enough mana to help pitch in, and nobody does, which is quite irritating. I don't understand that logic, but when you attack with it or blocks, each opponent or each one of your players could all put mana into it, so everybody could help, kill someone. Put this in here because I figured it'd be great to add tokens to the deck a little bit. And it puts out 3/3 red ogre tokens, so if they attack me, I could put out some tokens and block them. At least they pay 3. Ruination, destroy all non-basic lands. I don't run a ton of non-basic lands really because, of course, this is a budget deck, so I don't have much. Anger, just immediately discard it if possible. Yeah, gives everything haste. Again, another vow. These are rather very handy. I don't see people using these, surprisingly. So, first strike, 2/2, can't attack you or planeswalkers. I don't have any planeswalkers, so that's not a problem. Enchanted land becomes a 4/2 red beast with trample and is still a land and returns when the land dies. So, that's awesome. This has actually been a pretty wonderful card every so often. They'll like go all out and I'll just direct it all at somebody else. Or they'll try to kill somebody else and I want somebody else that I think is a bigger threat to die. So yeah, I just change up the combat. This one's kind of a tricky one to get to work because if you have 2 or more plains or mountains, depending on which one, you can get it to destroy an artifact or mountain or enchantment. So yeah, this I usually tend to throw in the graveyard just because it life gain, and if I want, I could also bring it back. I would like to get what is that? There's a white dragon. I can't think of it offhand, but white dragon that has a return back to life and then a planeswalk, which is something else I would like to get for this deck. Angel of Despair. This is, I think this is probably the one of the other targets I always go for with the Runesacred Demon or the Kaalia. I always forget about casting Kaalia as an option. Mortify, destroy creature or enchantment, because it's pretty handy. Terminate, destroy target creature, can't be regenerated. Cheap kill. And of course multiplayer, so this is expected to be really powerful, but like I said, yeah. I figured I would do a little mana ramp with a mana ramp that can turn into a flying artifact, because I don't think I have a lot of flying in here, so it would be good to have something in a pinch. Sunforger, unattach it, search for red or white instant with converted mana cost 4 or less, which I don't think I have a lot of options in here. I think most of them are like an over in the white. So, yeah. Darksteel Ingot, mana ramp, indestructible. To help look through my deck a little faster, because there is no draw cards in this deck, sadly, so yeah. Trail Boots, because everybody plays with like some sort of non-basic land, so yeah, Planeswalk of whatever choice you want. Equipped creature has hexproof and haste, so that's really good. It goes along with the Lightning Greaves, which is kind of another version of it. Well, that's another version of this. Rakdos Signet for mana ramp. Same with the Orzhov Signet, because I'm on a budget. Again, to help scry through my deck or whatever, and it's indestructible, so quite wonderful. That one's actually helped me a lot more. Borrow Signet, ramp again. Search your library for 2 basic lands, and yeah, I have a lot of basic lands, as you can see. Sol Ring, because everybody has it, and it's in a commander deck, so why not? Command Tower adds any color that your commander has, and yeah. I figured I would try this one. I have yet to get it to work too well. It's 2, and then you put it gives creature flash. So I tend not to use this too much because I tend to get mana screwed or something when I do have it. Life gain and mana fixing of sorts. A little slow though, but it's multiplayer, so it doesn't matter. This is mana fixing again. Same with the Borrow Skull Gate. I I don't recall. I think it's like 7 plains and 7 swamps that are in here. Oh, thank you. Vivid Meadow? They've been down a lot recently, which is kind of annoying. Vivid Marsh, and I have the Vivid Crag. And really? Mountain down here? Okay. I do have some of these unhinged ones. I got them, I believe, as a prize for something because I logged in a certain day or something like that. Um, so, yeah. And then I think I might have bought a few. Indestructible land, so that helps. I thought this would be handy as the land could turn into a creature if I need it in a pinch again, sort of like the Thunder Totem. Dread Statuary, Hall of the Bandit. Creature gains haste, which would be ideal for like Kaalia. So, yeah. You got 40 life, so a little 3 life isn't going to be as bad of a pain. And then again, if I get enough mana, I can pump out some tokens. I do have plans for this deck. Apparently, I need to redo this deck completely because it's intended for multiplayer, but that has pretty much been removed almost, it seems like. So, yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.